shark eats the fish. I learned how to make the block scripts, the script block on them.
Awesome. That's interesting. Beautiful. So I want to call someone else. Jadine, I can see your hand raised up. So tell me, what did you learn? Tell me what you learned. Jadine, are you there? If you're there, I want you to unmute your mic and tell me what you practiced last week.
I practiced my aquarium project, but my fish was not moving how your own was moving.
Oh,
Or
okay.
just moving front.
Okay, so after today's class, you should be able to know how to move your sprites. Don't worry, we're going to cover that in today's class. I want to call somebody else. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. If not, I'm going to start calling names. I can see my kids. My kids was raising their hand before. My kids. So please, I want you to tell me, what did you learn last week?
I learned how to open Scratch 3, and I learned how to choose a sprite and choose a background.
Interesting. You will learn very plenty things today. You'll be able to learn a lot that you'll be able to practice with. I want to call somebody else. I can see Kambi's hand on. Kambi Agu, please unmute your mic and tell me what you learned last week.
I learned how to turn the shark around and the fish also.
Baby shark. Interesting. Somto, okay. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. I'm sorry if I did not. Please, I want you to unmute your mic and tell me. Then I'm going to call Elle afterwards. I can see Elle's hand up. So Somto, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, please.
Yes, Somto.
Okay, thank you. So what did you learn?
I learned in the weekdays, I learned how to make games in Scratch. And I made 2 games.
Two games. So tell me, what games did you make exactly?
Yes. A shark game.
Okay.
And I also made catch the apple game.
Interesting. So you know how to make it catch the apple now. Beautiful.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Elle, tell me what did you learn and what did you practice? Elle, are you there? Tell me what you learned and what you practiced. Okay, while I wait for Elle, I want somebody else. Maya or Michael, please tell me what you learned and what you practiced.
I learned how to make a baby shark sing, and I also learned how to make sound.
Interesting. So I'm going to call 2 more people. You learned how to make sound. Okay, so I'm going to call 2 more people.
Disappear.
Awesome. You know how to make your sprite disappear from your screen. So I want to call 2 last people. Amarachi, tell me what you learned last week and what you practiced. Then after Amarachi, Dabi Richie, please go afterwards. I've been seeing your chats on the group. So after Amarachi.
I learned how to create a conversation. I learned how to create a conversation between 2 people.
Interesting. Okay, so Dabi Richie, I'm not sure if I pronounced it right. Please correct me. Go ahead and tell me what you learned and practiced.
I learned how to make
the shark to move around and go in circle.
Interesting. So all of you practice with baby shark. At least over 80% of people from today's
Baby
feedback
shark and daddy
practiced.
shark.
Awesome, baby shark and daddy shark. So I'm going to introduce you to our co-founder who will be taking up the next session. It's going to be very brief on how to use the Scratch for people that are just joining. If you know you're just joining, raise your hand. Let me see. Raise your hand, or you use.
Hello, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, there, Mabel. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm new in the class. Can you please help me?
I will help you. So what I want you to do, I set some rules before. Mabel, I want you to mute your mics so that everybody can learn. Then you're going to be using the chat box. If you have any questions, maybe you're just joining, I don't understand anything that is going on.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Network is. Simple.
All right, so sorry about that. So I was saying that if you know that you don't have the information about this class and all, just use the chat box and we will all respond to that. So I'm going to be inviting our co-founder and CEO of Prodigy House. It will take us on a 10-minute session on how to use Scratch and how to upload it on your phone. So maybe that will help you. Also, the name of our tutor for today is Mr. Abraham. Due to some technical issues, he couldn't join us last week. But don't worry, today is going to be very interesting. In fact, I'm already excited and I want you to be excited as well. So Pipe, if you've not been listening all this while, now it is time for you to listen, to make your computers ready, make sure that it's charged and there is internet connection. And I'll see you after the training. Enjoy.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Yeah, how are we doing? So I'm so happy, like seeing that we all practice powerfully during the week. I really enjoyed that. So we all did Baby Shark, Daddy Shark, did a lot of amazing animation. Some of my kids they did they made the shark to disappear. Someone even shared when I saw the shark that the shark ate Baby Shark, and Baby Shark disappeared. Amazing. I was just like, wow, like this is so good, this is so amazing. So
Thank you.
yeah, amazing. So and so today is going to be very interesting today. Yeah, if you want to speak, yeah, you can just drop it, or if you can just drop it in the chat, I will see it and I will respond to you. So I only have 10 minutes to spend, just 10 minutes to spend, and after then Uncle Abraham will start. In fact, Uncle Abraham has a very amazing tutorial for us today. It's going to be something that you will enjoy. So my name is Dan. You can just call me Uncle D. So my name is Uncle D. And in case you are just joining us, you don't know what we are doing, you're like, what are we doing? How do I run Scratch? There's some people who have some questions during the week. Oh, hope I'm not too fast. So some people have some questions that, how do I save my work? How do I save my work? How do I do this? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you how to do that. So I will share my screen right away. So I'm going to share my screen. In case you are wondering that how do you get to Scratch, what you have to do is very simple. Open up a browser on your system. So right now I have Chrome opened up, which is all you are seeing. Chrome is a browser. So you can use Opera Mini, you can use Edge, Microsoft Edge, any browser. Then you type in, you go to this site, scratch.mit.edu. So I'll copy it and put it on the then I'm going to put it on the chat group so that everybody will see that. So everybody is going to see that. So let me just copy this, put it on the chat for you. So you go to this scratch.mit.edu. So when you go here, now I've already logged in because I already have an account. I have a profile. So let me sign out. So I'm going to sign out now. So if you are new, you've not used Scratch before, what do you do for me? What you do for me is very simple. Just follow me. You click on join Scratch, then it will ask you to add the username. So let's say our username is going to be BU Bukumi DD. Then create a password. I'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use any password that you like. Okay. Oh, Abigail, I just joined it for the very first time. All right, so Abigail, follow through what I'm going to show you now. So go to, let me close it and show you again. Go to scratch.mit.edu on your browser. Then make sure you have an internet. Then you click on this. Okay, I will do the offline, don't worry. Toshiku, I'm going to show you the offline, which already know. I like that. You've been using the offline, it's very okay. So you do this. What do you say?
And the code is even very simple. Very
Okay, you can mute yourself. You can use the chat if you have anything to tell me. Then you go to join Scratch for the online. Create a username. I'm just going to use Bukumi DDD. Don't mind me. Then password. Use anything as password. So I just use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as password. Then 5, 6. Yeah, that's correct. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you click on next. So when you click on next, it's going to ask you which country are you from. So just scroll down and pick the country you are from. I'm from Nigeria. Then I click on next. Then when were you born? Your date of birth. So just tell it when you were born. So then I click on this. Are you a male, female? So I'm a male. I'll put this. Click on next. What is your email address? So I'm going to just put my email address here. So you can use your mom's or your dad's email address if you don't have one. Then create account. So just going to load. And I'm done. I've created my account. I'm good to start Scratch coding. Then I'll come to this tab. You click on create. When I click on create, I'm good to go. So it's creating my project now, creating my project log, loading Scratch, and I'm good to go. So this is Scratch interface. This is what we need to do. So if I just join us, you're like, how I'm going to make my sprite to work, to do this. Don't worry, this is how you do all those ones. So this is how you do it, and this is what you have. Now, some people are asking me that how do you save your work in case you are using the online one? Let me show you. So you come to where you see this place where I have untitled. So for last week, we did Baby Shark. So I just call it Baby Shark. So I'm going to call it Baby Shark, or just give it a name, any name you want. Then you go to File. You now see Save Now. So just click on Save Now. When you click on Save Now, your project is already saved. Very, very simple. Your project is already saved, and that's very fine. So that's how to save your project in case you are using the online one. Now, what about if you are using the offline? Now, let me show you in case you are using the offline. Let me show you in case you are using the offline. Now, in case you don't want to, I'm just being fast so that Abraham can start and teach us. I don't want us to waste too much time. For offline, you can go to scratch.mit.edu/download. That's in case you don't have the software already. So I'll put this on the chart so that everybody can see. In case you don't have this, so you can just see this. So go to scratch.mit.edu.download. So from there, it will tell you to choose your OS. That's your operating system. What kind of system are you using? Ask your mom, ask your dad. They will tell you what you are using. In my own case, I'm using Windows. If you are using Mac, click on Mac. So I'm using Windows. So what will I do? Then I'll come down, scroll down. Then I will say download. So I click on download. Then to start downloading, can we see that it's already downloading? So that's what you have to do. So when it's done downloading, you will install. So I can share a video with you later on how to do that. So, and the moment you are done downloading and you are done installing, what do you do? So every time I write my password, I'll call, okay, Taya, let me get your question. Every time I write my password, how come it is already? I don't understand, but your password, you can write it down somewhere so that you will not forget. Okay, it's already taken. Your password actually is unique. It can be taken. Maybe your username is taken. Let's say, okay, let me show you exactly. Let me show you something. Let's say I'm going to Scratch. I think this is what you mean, Tanya. So if I go to Scratch, then I click on join, and I click on username. If I click on Bukumi, and I put password, maybe one. Can you see username taken? Because a lot of people in the world, the world is very big. A lot of people in the world, they are using this same Scratch. So someone has used Bukumi before. If I use Bukumi, it's even taken. Someone has used it before. So I need to add some things to make it unique. Maybe like Bukumi 78. I'm sure nobody would have taken it before. So like Tanya, if you are using Tanya, let's see. Tanya is already taken. So someone has used that before. So you have to use something else that is only you that must be the one using it. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing my screen. You're not seeing what I just did. Oh, sorry. Let me show you that again. Tanya, I want to answer your question. In case you pick, let me put my name, Bukumi. If I click here, it's telling me that Bukumi is already taken, username already taken. It means someone has used my username before. So I need to use something else. I can do Bukumi 567. Nobody has taken it. So Tanya, let me use your name. Tanya. And if I come here now, it's already taken. So you have to use something else. Maybe add some numbers, so like your date of birth, maybe like Tanya 10, and it's going to be fine. So that's why you have that. That's already taken. That's why you have that. So do you get? So okay, yeah. So I want to show you for the offline. So for the offline, in case you have, I'm going to show my entire screen for you now. All right. All right. Okay. So for the offline, when you install Scratch, just open up Scratch 3, open up the application on your laptop. Okay, you created your account. Okay, that's fine. I like that. You're a smart guy. I'm enjoying this class actually. So when you launch Scratch, go to where Scratch is on your system. Then it's loading up. Scratch is loading. So I will show you how to save your work here. For those who are using the offline also, show you how to save your work. So you simply come to this. So it's telling you that, okay. Okay, yeah, so Tanya is working now. Okay, amazing. So in case you are done with your code and you want to save your project, come here also to where you have this Scratch project. Put it maybe like Baby Shark, the name of your project, Baby Shark. Then you come to File. Then you see Save to your computer. So you click on this, Save to your computer. Then it will bring out this dialog box. We call it dialog box, asking you that where do you want to save. So I'll go to the desktop. Then I click on Save. Or I have people raising up their hand. Can you tell me, okay, you now know how to save. Thanks, Toshuku. I think I like this.
Sir,
Okay, all right. Someone has a question for me. What's your question?
sir, how did you download that Scratch TV to?
Okay, I downloaded. Okay, let me show you that one.
1.0?
All right, let me show you that for the last time. To download, open up a browser on your system. So any browser will do. I have Microsoft Edge open there. So you go to, just open up, so go to scratch.mit.edu/download. So go to this link. I'll put this link on the chat. I'll put this on the chat. So go to this link. So to download, go to scratch.mit.edu. Can you see that link? When you go there, press enter to load that page. Then you choose your OS. So my system is Windows system, so I'm going to pick Windows. If it is Mac, pick Mac. Pick your system. Then you see direct download. Click on direct download, then it will start downloading. So it will start downloading. So you can ask your dad to help you to install it. It's just very simple to install. So that's it. That's it, my people. And I hope you understand what I've just done. So I want Abraham to take over. Uncle Abraham will take over so that we can start coding for the day. So we're excited to start the coding work right now. do we all understand? Any question? Some people is on my or you're familiar with my care. So I think we are fine. Everybody's fine. All right. If you have questions, just drop it on the chat. I will attend to it. So as Abraham takes over. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, my name is Abraham. Can you see me very well?
Morning, sir.
Can you all see my face?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Good. I'll be your tutor for today. Sorry about last week. I wasn't around due to some technical difficulties. And I'm around today to take you through Scratch and then to show you more things that you can do with Scratch. Do you understand that? So without wasting much of our time, we can start. All right. Before we start, Tanya said she's been taught she has been taught Scratch and she knows it very well from our school. Tanya, can you unmute yourself and actually tell me what you have learned from your school?
Yes, from class 1, we've been learning more and more about Scratch. So first, we've learned in Scratch. This class that I studied it in my 4th grade. I studied how to change color effects, how to move a character, how to give them speech, and how to give them sound. We also learned how to make a game. And even I made a game called Balloon Pop, and also we made this thing that variables. So it's like a basketball game. It gives you score every time you play.
Yeah, that's very good. That's very good. Thank you very much for that. So we can also anyone saying something? So can you all see my screen? If you can see my screen, just
Yes, we can.
say hi in the chat box. Say hi. If you can see my screen, say hi in the chat box so that I can continue. Good. I think you can see my screen and you can hear me very well. Now, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I want you to focus now. Focus now. Focus on the screen now. That's what I want you to do. Do you understand that? Good. So I'll be starting Scratch. Last week, Uncle Dami showed you how to go to the backdrops, to bring different backdrops. He brought a backdrop last week, which is basically the aquarium, which is this. Where's the aquarium? Yeah, he brought this last week. He showed you different things there, and also an assignment was given to you. Your hand is raised. Okay, 2 people raise their hands. What do you want to ask? Drop whatever it is you want to ask in the chat box. I will respond to it so that you won't take much of our time. Do you understand that? If you are raising your hand or you have a question, drop your question in the chat box or the chat section. I will respond to it accordingly. Do you understand that? So last week, we learned about how to choose a backdrop, bring it to the stage, how to import any sprite, bring it to the stage, and also how to code along. Now, also today, you'll be coding along. So basically, let me start from the beginning, again, from a fresh Scratch interface. Good. Now, welcome once again. This is what I have here. I have this. This is your stage. Like Uncle Dami explained to you last week, this is your sprite. This is the code section. And this is all the other functions that you can do. Good. So I want you to pay attention to what I'm about to do today. Today, who is playing with the annotation? Uncle Dami, can you help us with this annotation and try to turn it off, please? So
Okay,
I want you to pay close attention. I want you to pay close attention to what I'm about to take you today and pay close attention. Everything we are doing today is all about the costumes. I want to teach you how to make use of everything here. All the tools that you have here. We have the select tool. What do you say?
I can't hear you clearly.
Can't hear me clearly. Uncle
Can't
Dami,
hear you.
Uncle Dami can take over.
All right, guys. So just 1 minute. Everyone will take over now. In case you can't hear very well, don't worry. Maybe it's your network. You'll be able to hear very well. All right, so Abraham will take over now.
So let me take over and let me continue. So I want you to pay attention to what I'm explaining to you. So now we are back to this page. I want to teach you how to make use of all the tools here and everything that we have here, and how to what actually code along together and make everything you have done under the Can you hear me, everyone? If you can hear me, say I in the chat section. Or raise your hand if you can hear me. All right, I've been saying. All right, thank you. That's okay. What I'm explaining is we want to deal with these tools today before we continue coding. I said this first tool here is the select tool. This is the brush tool. This is the fill tool. This is the line tool. This is the rectangle. This is the reshape. This is the eraser. This is text tool. And this is what? Circle. I'm not going to delete everything that we have here, but let me just show you the functionalities of what we have here. If you click on the select tool and you come and click on this particular section of your sprite, which is your cat, and you click on it and drag it away, you can basically remove it and you will see the effect on the stage here. The same thing, if you go to this place, this particular arrow, this is undo, that is undo the last step that you did. If you click on it, it will return it back. So if you go back to the second tool, which is the reshape, and you click on it with your mouse, and you actually come here, you can click on each section of this particular character like this, and you can separate them away from it like that. That's just another tools that I've just shown you. I've shown you the select tool and the reshape tool. Also, you can basically remove everything and you can return it by clicking at this place. You just click on it, everything will go back to the way it was before, like that. Now everything is back to normal. The brush tool also, what does the brush tool do? By the time you click on the brush tool, you come to this color, you change the color. By the time you click on this small arrow beside the color, you can drag to change the color to green or to blue, to red, any color of your choosing, like that, and manipulate each color. By the time you are done, you can come to this place and do something like this, paint with the brush like that. By the time you did this on this costume, it will appear here on the stage. That's what I'm trying to explain to you, but that's not just basically what we are doing today. So let me undo everything and put it back to normal. That's another tool. If you come to this fill tool also, if you click on the fill tool and you go back again and change the color, let me change the color to this green, this light green, and come to the cat. Can you see? I change the color from what it was, from this deep yellow to this green of a thing. I can change this one also, change this, just click on each section of the cat and the color will be changed. This is what we have. It means you have a different color entirely for your cat. That's another method. You can change this to green also. That's another method of changing the color. You can turn everything to green. Every part of the cat, you can turn it to green like that. And it will no longer be a cat. Okay, 4 people raise their hand. What's your question? Type it in the chat section and I will respond to it. Your question, I saw your hand, you raised your hand, 3 people. Drop your question in the chat section and I will respond to it. If you have any question, do you understand that? So let me undo again. Drop your question. Everyone, drop your question. If you have a question, drop your question here. Simply drop your question, and I will respond to it. So that's that about this. So what I want to show you now is this. Now pay attention. Now we have one sprite here. To bring another one on the stage, to bring another sprite on the stage, we have to come to this choose sprite. Okay, I'll come again. This is what I just finished explaining. This is your stage. I click on the costume here. I click on this costume. And I was trying to explain how you make use of the select to. That is, by the time you click on this select to, you can basically what? Remove this and return it back. Then you can what? Press this to make what? Everything go back to normal the way it is. Do you understand that? So at this point, if you have a question, basically unmute yourself and let me see. Unmute yourself and ask your question. Anyone with any question, if you have any question, unmute yourself and ask a question now. Okay, good. How did I change the color of the cat? This is how I change the color. I said for you to change the color of the cat, you have to select what? This field 2. Click on the field 2. Come to this color here, change it, click on it, change the color to anyone that you want, then come to the cat, any part of the cat, and what? Click on it. That's how to change the color of the cat. Chimamanda, I hope you understand what I'm saying. So anyone again with any question, you can ask now. If you have any question, feel free to ask a question and I will respond to it. How do you make everything go back to normal? Good. Favor, now watch close. Now notice already, I've already changed the color. Look at this icon that we have here. This is undo icon. So click on this icon, watch the cursor of my mouse. Click on this icon like this. This is the color already. So if I click on this, it will return back to normal. If I click on this field too and give it a color or give this a color and go back again and click on this particular icon, first time, understood, Favor? So if you also have another question, you can ask before I continue. If you can hear me, say yes. Type yes in your chat box. All right, let me continue. That's enough, let me continue. So now watch the movement of my mouse. I'll go back and click on the code here. It will take me back to the normal interface of what? Normal interface of the Scratch here. So I want to do something. I'll delete this sprite here. This is how to delete. I'll click on this box here, this X here. So there's nothing on the stage. I want us to basically do something. And what is that? We'll go back to these backdrops. And we can what? Use these tools that we have here to create something. And now how are we going to do that? Now I told you this, the select tool, this is the reshape tool. What it simply means is this. If you click on this circle and you draw a circle this way, you know the circle has a what? Has a green shape. How will you remove the color? Has a green color. How will you remove the color inside the circle? This is what you're going to do. Click on this field here and press this. Like that. The color will go. Let me repeat myself. If you click on this circle and you draw a shape here, if you want to give it color, just come to this place. You give it this particular color. Theodora, I can't start again. Let me just pay attention to what I'm saying. Pay attention. You will still get it. I've not gone far at all. Do you understand? So, like I said if you draw a shape here, let me draw another one. This is a rectangle. This way. This rectangle has a green color. If you want to remove the green color, first, I want you to know that you can remove the green color. Look at this outline. Presently, these two shapes, this circle and this rectangle, there's no outline. That's why you see this red cross here. By the time you click on this 0, increase the 0 to 1, 2, 3. Then this is the black outline that you have. So you can now go back to click on your select tool, select this rectangle, come to this field, select this place, click on this place, click on this. Now click outside. You have this what? Yes. Another way to put color is by using change color effect. Yes. You can use change color effect. That's when you are coding it here. That's when you are coding. Change color effect. That's when you are coding. But we are not yet coding. What we are doing is what? Is basically making use of this. Two people are raising their hands. If you are raising your hands, ask a question, type your question here. Adara, for me, how did you do that? Okay, this is what I do, basically. Let me delete this. And this again. This is my cursor here. I clicked on this particular circle. I draw a circle this way. I click on this rectangle. I draw a rectangle this way. And I said, if I try to remove the green color of this rectangle and leave it blank with nothing there, you won't be able to see the rectangle that is here. So I said, for you to be able to see the rectangle that actually removed the color, increase this from 0 to maybe 3 or so, and then come to this field, click on it, and click on this, like that. So no color is there. How will you know? Just click on this. Can you see? This is the rectangle with no color, plus black outline, black outline. And you can also increase the thickness of the outline this way. Click on the select, click on this. If I increase this from 3, can you see? It gets what? More thickened, like that. Can you see what is happening? The same thing I can also do for this. And you can also change the color of the circle. Just what? Rotate. Make sure you select anything that you want to change. Like take, for instance, I want to change the color. I want to give this rectangle a color. Come here and then try to choose any color that you want, like that. So you can what? Change any color like that. But that's not where we are going for this morning. Let me reduce this from 13 to 2, like that. Good. Can you see? This is what we have. Let me give this also what? 2, like that. So this is what we have. Now I want to show you 1, 2. This is the 2 I want to show you. This 2 is the reshape 2. The reshape 2 will help you to do anything that you want to do. By the time I click on, okay, let me start again. This is your circle. This is your rectangle. Before I move forward, if you can hear me, type yes in the chat section so that I can know you can hear me. All right, that's okay, that's fine. Favor, thank you. Adarafumi, thank you. Good, good. That's good, that's good. All right. So what I'm saying is I'll click on my select tool. I'll click on my rectangle or my circle. Let me click on this rectangle. So this is the rectangle. I'll click on this reshape. Can you see? By the time I click on the reshape, you have these 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I can drag it, it will give me another shape entirely. If I click at the middle, it will add to the point. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I drag this one at the middle, it will give me another shape entirely. If I click on this at the middle, I had I added another one to it. If I drag it outside, it will give me another shape entirely. If I click here again, I added another point here. Why? Because I'm already clicking on reshape. If I drag it out, it will give me another shape entirely. So this is how to what? Manipulate any shapes. Look at this circle too. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I click on this, I can reshape it. This looks like a bean. If I click on here, if I click here, added another point to it, I can stretch it out. I can move it back inside. Can you see what I'm trying to explain? Good. So, good. Wow, I like this. Good. Now, here's what I'm about to do. This is not where we are going. So I will click on, can you see delete here? I'll click on this. I'll click on delete. I'll click on this. I'll click on delete. There's also another one here also. I'll delete. Now go back to code. Like that. So at this point, if you can't understand what I'm explaining, just say hi. If you have any question, ask your question now. Before I continue, actually, I want to show you something very, very interesting right now. So if you have any question, good. Yeah, what is good is good. I hope it's good. Yes, it is. All right, nobody with any question. Okay, now watch closely. I created a game past 2 months. No one attempted the game. So I want to show you how I actually did the game. This is it. If I click on my file here, I'll load from my computer because I already have it there. So this is the game here. I call it race. So everyone, this is the game. This is the game I created. Now let me show you the way it works. If I click on this green flag, the race starts. Then I'll use my arrow to control it this way. This is the game. And the game is actually what? Interacting. It's just I've not added the sound to it. Can you see? I'm the one directing it with my what? With my keyboard. Like that. Let's go coding game today. Good. Can you see this? Now, I hope you love this game. I'm the one that created this last month, but nobody attempted it at all. So basically, you can what? Do this thing too, like that. No, it says I won. It is very, very interacting. But what I wanted to show you was how to create these tracks, these blue tracks, these red tracks. You already know how to bring this flag and this green flag. And how to write this name, PH Race Honolulu 2021, how to put these people and how to create this particular blue sky. This blue sky, this is a board here. This is one character, this is another character. So that's what I'm about to teach you today. So let me exit. I can't hear you. Adarafemi, can you hear what I'm saying? Others, if you can hear me, say yes. Type yes in your chat box. If you can hear me, type yes in your chat box. If you can hear me, type yes in your chat box. I'm waiting. All right, Jaden, Dabrichi, yes. Favor, Chimamanda, check your network. All right, my kids, yes. I can now. All right. Good. That's enough. Thank you. So that's one part. This is one game like that. Let me exit this. If I go to my file again and load from my computer, I want to show you different games that I actually created before we move on. This is race 2. This is race 1, which is for this. This is race 2. Let me open it so that you can see. This is another race again. So what I basically explained to you by going to the costumes is that you can basically use your shape tool, all the tools there, the select tool, the shape tool, and excuse me, I can't hear what you are saying. Adiola, all right, listen. I said what I did in the beginning was I went to the costumes and I show you how to make use of the shape tool, the select tool, the line tool, the rectangle, like that and like that. So so that you can see what you can do with it. This is the end result of those tools, and then the coding aspect. If I click on this Go flag also again, here, look at it. This game has also started again. See, game over. Why is it game over? Because this my B2 here, it touches the edges of what? The edges of this line. That is why it is called a game. If I start again, it will go back and start again. It means I must not touch any part of it. See, game over, like that. I know some of you would love this game. This is what, sir, do we have the game? Now, this is what let me now start new, start afresh. For you to code any game, at this junction, if you have any question, unmute yourself. I want you to talk, unmute yourself and ask a question.
Sir, please come and teach us how to make the game.
Sir, how do you make it to move?
How do I what? Talk now. I want you to talk so that I can know what to focus on.
Sir, please come and teach us how to make the game.
All right, I'll teach you, and that's what I'm about to do. Anyone else again?
Excuse me, sir. How do you make the human character in the game?
How do I do what?
Make the human character in the game.
Okay. Who else again?
What code did you use to make the beetle touch the line and it will say game over and they have to talk?
Yeah, we are getting there. We are getting there. We are getting there. All right. All right. All right. First question is, oh yeah, mute yourself back. Everybody mute yourself back.
How do you code the game?
I said everybody. So now listen very carefully. The first question is this: how to make the game good. The second question, how to make human character. The third question, how to code the game. For the person that asked how to make human character, all right, Uncle Abraham will teach us how to, okay. Now, I want you to listen very, very well. Listen very, very well. This is how to make human character. You go to the costume. Before you go to the costume, look at this. Right click. You have duplicate, export, delete. Click on delete. Nothing is here. I want to show you how to make human character of your own. Human character is just, look at this, choose a sprite, paint a sprite. Click on paint a sprite. You'll be directed to this place, empty, to your costumes empty. That is when you can now what? Bring this. So if you're making human character like that, look at this reshape too. How does the head of a human being looks like? I want to show you something. Let me show you something. Just watch me. You don't understand. All right. Other family, listen. Someone asks how to make human character. I want to quickly show you before I move on to how to create the game. How human character is being made. I want to show you. So basically, what do you see me using? I'm just using what? I'm using what we have here. The shapes, the same way you can use what? Your pencil to draw. is how to make human character. This is the head, this is the neck. I will start again. Now let me start again. Let me delete everything and start again. But that's not where I'm going. It's how to create the game I actually wanted to do. And I wanted to show you. But how to make human being move and do activities. All right, Favor, I will answer your question. So, how to make human being move and do activities is very, very simple. That's under the code. But that's after we have done creating the tracks. Now let me show you something. Let me do this. I've drawn, I drew this already. Look at the stage. Let me change, increase the color. Remove the color, increase the outline. Yes, this is what we have. How do you start the game? Everybody just pay attention. Instead of you asking questions, pay attention to what I'm doing, then you get everything. This is what I've done so far. I select the rectangle, I draw a rectangle here, I change the outline to 3, I remove the color inside so that I can be able to manipulate these particular tracks. Now, what I'm about to do next, this is what I'm about to do. I'll click on the select tool, I'll click on this rectangle. This is a particular rectangle. So I'll show you the simplest the simplest form. I'll click on the reshape tool. I'll try to reshape this rectangle by clicking or adding points. Let me add this. Let me click here. Let me add this. Just watch what I'm doing. I just want to show you something. I actually created the tracks. Just pay attention. Pay attention. That's what I'm saying. Pay attention. Pay attention. So I'm just basically creating different words, manipulating the rectangle shape that I've drawn so that it looks like a track. So I'm trying to do the simplest one for you. So look at this that we have now. How do I make it into 2? I'll click on this select. You know, this is one particular shape. I want to double it. That's why I say you should pay attention. So to double it, all you need to do is what? Click on the select tool. Click on what? Your shape. Then click on copy and what? Paste. You have many questions. I will answer your question. Everybody, I will answer your question. For some of you, I want to show you how to create the game, and you are not paying attention. I will answer your question individually. That's what I'm trying to show you. But until you pay attention, you may not get what I'm trying to show you. I'm showing you how I created the game and the tracks. It's very, very simple. This way, like that and like that. So this is one track. Like that. So I'm done with this. If I go back to the code, I have this here. Are you getting my point? If you understand what I just did, finish. Raise your hand. Let me see. If you understand what I just explained, how I drew this shape here, raise your hand. You have 4. Is it only just 4 people? 3, 5, 6. You don't. 8. If you don't understand, I'll go back again. I'll click on the costume. All right. Stop raising your hand. Now watch closely. Let me delete. How will I delete? I'll click on this one individually. I'll delete. I'll click on this. I'll delete. Nothing is here again. But for you to understand how I actually did this, that was what I want to show you now. Because it's only one way for you to understand is when you pay attention. So pay attention, please. Pay attention. Ifechuku, listen up. Dabrichi, listen up. If you don't understand, you will understand. And now you understand by paying attention. I click on my select tool. I click on the rectangle. I'll draw a rectangle this way, like that. This is a rectangle shape. I'll click on the select the reshape tool. This is the reshape this way. I already told you by the time you click on the reshape, for any shape that you draw on your editor here for the costume, you have 4 points, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can add to the point by clicking on the edge of the shape. This making it what? This 5. So if I try to drag this inside, it will reshape what? The rectangle. If I click on here again and drag it out, it will reshape the rectangle shape and giving me a different shape entirely. If I do this also, I have another shape totally. If I click here and bring it inside, that's another shape like that. This is what I'm doing so far. I'm just trying to mimic or create a track that we can do the race. Some of you are interested in dance. Listen, if you listen up, I'll show you a little bit of dance too. This is, but focus on this for now. So this is one. And I said I want to double this so that it will resemble what? A track. And what do? I'll click on the select. I'll click on copy. I'll click on paste. So that makes it what? 2. Then I'll reduce the second one that I just created by clicking on what? On one edge or this edge, one of these 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one of these 8 edges, like that. All you need to do is just what? Click on this and it's what? Resize it. Make it small so that by the time anything you put here is passing through, to be able to pass through correctly. And if you notice, this place is too small, while this side is big. All you need to do is what? Click on your reshape tool and try and adjust again. Adjust it again. That's the only way. Adjust. Do some adjustment to everything you have done. That's all. So by the time you do the adjustment, so by the time you are playing the game, it will be easier for you like that. So go back to your select tool, and this is what we have. But I don't want to leave this one here so that it will resemble what I showed you the other time. I'll come to this field. I'll click on this one. Then I'll change the what? The color. Oh, the color is not changing. See, the color is changing. But I don't want a green color. What I want is a blue color. I want this color. So that's what I want. Let me click on my result and then see. This is what I want. I will change this on also from black here. So I'll say it again. Okay. I said so that it will resemble the kind of tracks I showed you in the final example that I showed the other time. After creating the shape, I will click on my fill tool here. I'll click on the color that I want, change the color to what? To blue. Then I'll come and fill it up here so that I can have what? The color that I have here. And also, I want this black line to change. I don't want to fill the inside of it. So I want only the black line to change. I won't come to the fill again. I'll come to the outline. What color do you see here? This is black. I'll click on this also. It has its own color too. I'll increase it this way so that I can get the color that I want. I think I want a blue color too. And now I get a blue color by trying to adjust everything that I have here. Can you see the way it is? Then if I click outside, the color has changed from blue to black. So this is what I'm trying to show you. And for it to make sense, you come back to your code. This is what you have. Let me put it on full screen. This is what you have here. Let me go back again. So start again. I can't start again. You have to pay attention. If you're not paying attention, you will not get it right. So I'll go to choose a backdrop. Let me go and select a blue sky backdrop. Look at what I have here, so that everything will not just be what? Will not just be white. And I can leave it in white. All I need to do is just come back here and click on this. And it's white. This is how to create what? A tracks. This is how to create a tracks. But for you to code inside, to code the inside, that's not left with you to what? Go to choose a sprite. If you notice for the game I showed you, I use a B2. I use a B2. I use this B2. Let me click on the B2. You can also use a car. How does a B2 fit into this particular place? All you need to do is what? Reduce the size from 100, change it to 50. Can you see how small it is inside? But it seems the track is too. How do you do the full page? Look at this place. This is full screen control. Mayowa, full screen control. Click on this, and then you have this. Click on it again. Then you have this. You to go back to normal. I think this track is too small. I'll click on this sprite. I'll go back to the costume. And what will I do? What will I do? I'll click on what? This. I'll zoom out and use my what? Select to and enlarge this. So can you see how big it is on this on the page? Like that. So my B2 can fit inside. Change the size to 50. Yeah, I've changed the size to 50. This is 50 that I'm using. So I'm using 50 already. So how will you code it? Click on the B2. Just like the way you did it in the exercise, the assignment that was given to you, when you code the movement of the sharks, the movement of the sharks and the jellyfish, and then the tilapia fish, for them to be moving up and down, the same way you're going to code this. But the code is quite different from each other. And what do I mean by that? If you bring this move just what? To go forward and go forward and go forward and go forward. But that's not what you want to do. Fine, you bring move, come to your event. When the flag is clicked, like that, come to your control, put it in what? In forever. Do you understand? So you put this move 10 steps, put it in forever. But I want you to change the move to what? Change it to 5. So look at this. To just go forward, it won't turn at all. So let me stop it. It means our code is incomplete. And now will the code be complete? Go back again to motion. Bring turn 15 degrees. Bring turn 15 degrees. This is turning clockwise. This is turning anti-clockwise. Go back to your control again. Can you see what we have here? But do we actually need the control? No. When space key is pressed, and what key do you need to change it? Bring this one, add this to this, add this to this. When space key is pressed, it's not the space key that we need to press. We need the right arrow for the first one. Then we need what? The left arrow for the second one. If I click on the right arrow, is anything changing? None of it is changing because this is right arrow and this is left arrow. So let me change the right arrow and also to what? To left arrow. Can you see? This is right arrow. By the time I'm pressing right arrow, it is turning. By the time I'm pressing left arrow, it is turning. Now let me click on my go flag. Look at what will happen. It's changing or it's fast. So how can we make it slow? You change the move from 5, reduce it to 1. That way. Then stop. Play. Can you see? Anywhere you want it to go, to just be moving little by little. But this is too slow. You can change it to what? To 2. Then we increase. You will turn. So a question that one of you asked that, why is it that whenever the B2 touches and the edges of this place, it writes game over? Good. No, these 3 codes, this when right arrow key is pressed, turn 15 degrees, when left arrow key is pressed, turn 15 degrees, is to control the movement of the B2. If you want it to actually game over, by the time it touches this, what do you need? This is what you need. Good. Now look at this. Go to your control. What do you see here? We have if. This is a conditional statement, that is, if the beetle touches the edges of this these tracks or this line, it should say what? Game over. And now you do that. By the time you come to the control, you bring your if statement, you go to your sensing. Sensing means when it touches. Can you see touching? So you bring this touching, you put it here. Can you see it fits directly? Change it to edge or sprite one. Take the sprite is sprite one, while the beetle is there. So if the beetle is touching sprite one, let me change the sprite one's name to tracks. Tracks, like that. So if the beetle is touching tracks, what should happen? Then look at it. Looks. Say, put it here, game over. Say game over for 2 seconds. And after it says game over, what should happen? What should happen? Then look at the control here. Stop all. It should stop what? It will stop the game entirely. Now let me put it back. Now watch what will happen. Let me put it on full screen so that you can see very well. Look at it. Let me start. Let me click on this. Oh, what's happening? Sorry. Oh. Is it to okay? Okay, it's already on this. All right, I think I understand what the main issue is. When I said if touching the tracks, it should say game over. Look at it. It's already game over. Why? So to create the tracks, this one outside, this is what I usually do. Look at it. Come to the custom. No, I click on the first one. If you can hear me, say I, type I in your chat box. If I continue, if you can hear me, type I in your chat box. If you can hear me, all right, all right, all right. Good, good, good. Thank you. Yeah, let me continue like that. So the beat is already touching the tracks. That is why it is game. That's why it is game over. Why it's not showing anything. So I'll go back to these tracks where I created it here. Let me zoom in. I'll click on this one, this big one, and I'll click on copy here. By the time I click on copy, I'll click on this, my stage. Look at the stage by the right hand side. Look at my cursor. I'll click on stage here and click on paste. Can you see it is 2? Now let me go back to the tracks here. Look at where my mouse is. I'll click on the tracks here. I'll go back to this one where I copied it from and delete. I still have it there. So what I can basically now do is this. I've already made them into 2. One comes from this particular sprite. The other one is from the start. So by the time I go back to my code and click on go flag, it's supposed to start working, but I don't know why it's doing rubbish. Okay. Let me see. Okay. This is the cause of the issue. All right. Let me see if it's going to say game over again. Hold on. No. I want to see what is wrong. Okay. It's working. It's saying game over and it stopped, but it's not yet stopping. So there is a particular script I'm looking for. All right, let me see. Stop this script, stop this script, stop this script. Oh, it's not showing, it's not showing. All right. Okay, let me do it this way. How will I do it this way? Okay, let me go and code it under the tracks. With that is, if If the track is touching the B2, go to control, stop all. My network is bad due to the rain. Sorry about the rain. No, there's no rain here. When the flag is clicked, like that and like that. So let me see if it's still going to work again. Let me see. Game over. It stopped. All right. I think it's working perfectly. It stopped. All right. So let me return this back. This one. Let me return this one. Let me delete this. If it's still going to work exactly the same way. All right. I think it's working now. So I shouldn't have used this under the B2. It's under the tracks, your network. Now, at this point, I want you to unmute yourself and ask a question. Let me see you who has a question, one after the other. Oh yeah, unmute yourself one after the other and ask a question. That's what I'm in for right now. Ask a question, no. Unmute yourself and ask a question. Maya or Michael, ask a question. I can't hear any one of you. Maya or Michael, ask a question. Oh. Is Uncle Dami there? Help me to unmute them so that they can ask a question. I want them to ask questions. Hello, if you can hear me, say I, Uncle Dami. If you can hear me, Uncle Dami, say I. My God. Let me to unmute Maya Michael for him to ask his question. And also other people too want to ask that question. I think they can't unmute themselves.
Hi. Please, how did you make the tracks be in as a sprite?
Okay, another person.
Sir, how did you
How did you get the bidu?
Sir, I don't understand how you make.
Sir, how did you make the tracks be like a sprite?
All right.
Tracks be like a sprite, and how did you make
the
How did you?
Number two. Another number.
sir, how did you
I don't understand.
How did you do?
I don't
make
understand.
That's the tracks.
your sprite one? Look, how do you make the tracks look like a game where there's run?
Sophie.
Uncle Dami, help me to
I
meet all
am
of them.
Sophie.
Sir, please, how did you?
Track.
How did you make the tracks?
All right. Help me to meet. So, if you can hear me, raise your hand. All right, good. I think you can hear me now. This is what I'm about to do. You said, how did I make the tracks big? How did I make the tracks a sprite? Look at it very well. Look at my cursor. This is my cursor on the stage. I'll bring it down here. Look at where it is. Look at this, choose a sprite. By the time I move to this one, this is a choose a sprite, and this is paint. So I will click on paint. It will show me what? Empty stage here. So this empty stage is how I created my tracks. And how did I do that? Look at this screen. Oh. Let me show you. Let me hide these two. Let me hide this. Let me hide these two. So this is the third one that I just created. Third sprite I just created. Anything I draw here will appear here. So that is how I was able to make the tracks a sprite. So it means you can also create any sprite of your own, apart from the sprite that you have here. Apart from all the sprite that you have here, it means you can also what? Create any sprite of your own. So that is basic meaning, or the basic way or steps of how to create the sprite. And also some of you asked that how was I able to what? Enlarge this sprite. This is it. How did I make numbers to change from 1 to 2? Now watch closely. I did that for Abigail. Watch closely. I click on what? The select. I click on this. On let me use this. Let me use this one. This one is transparent. Look at this big one. I already click on it. That's why you could see these these lines here. You click on this. After you click on your select, click on this. This is copy. Click on copy. Click on paste. That makes it 2. This is 1. This is 1. This is another. If you click on this again, click on copy, click on paste. That makes it 3. Look at it. 1, 2, 3. Apart from the small one. So that's how to what? Actually make it what? Make it 2. Make the sprite 2. Okay. How did you make the tracks big? Look at these 3 icons that we have here. This is minus. This is zoom in. Can you see how it is? So that you can see very well. Look at this. Click on your select tool. Click on your select tool. All right, I can see your hands being raised. Drop your question. Sir, start again. I'm so sorry. I'm just joining. Sorry, Marvelous. You're almost done. You can watch the video later. It's made available for you. So click on this. Select to everyone paying attention. From here, highlight. At least you know how to highlight with your mouse. Everything will be highlighted. You can now what? Look at this. Any 4 points. This one. Once you arrow turn to this way, you can reduce, increase, reduce, increase, that way. These are to reduce, these are to increase, these are to reduce. That is, click on select, highlight this way, either this one, or this one, or this one, or this one, or this one. If you, by the time you do this, it will be small. By the time you go back again and drag it outside, it will be big. If you want to rotate this tracks, look at this and just turn it like this. Turn it this way and drop it. This particular hand here, turn. Look at the way it is. Turn again. It means you can turn it anyhow. So that's about that. You understand what I'm explaining? So I think I've answered your question. And for some of you that you want to, and you are asking me how to actually code for musical instrument, I think I've done this for you. So watch this code. This is the code for the tracks for the B2. This is the simple code for the B2. This is this one for it to move forward and then to say game over. And these 2 codes for it what? When it touches, when to turn to any degrees, after 15 degrees to clockwise movement or 15 degrees to anti-clockwise movement. I hope you understand what I'm teaching you. So that's that about that. So Marvelous, as you are just coming in, sorry about that. And we're very sorry for your network or whatever it is that has delayed you. So don't worry. We'll share the videos. You can rewatch it again. And also we are going to meet next week or probably during the week. We don't know your schedule about that. So I think that's that about that. So I want to quickly show some of you something. Let me go to my file and load it here. I think I did this during the week. Okay, Cassidance. Let me see. Open. Let me see. It's still loading. Just pay attention, please. Oh, haha. So look at this. Some of you that you want to dance, click on the glow flag. Let me click on it. Oh, what's wrong? I think my system is freezing. So hold on for it to come back to its sense. Okay. Oh, I think I coded it to. Okay. That's the move. Can you see it dancing? So for some of you that want to do that, it's just very simple. All you need to do is just write the code for it and it will start dancing. And you can put any songs of your choice. Some of you are playing with the annotation. Nia, Ratish. Nia, you are playing with the annotation of this thing. So this is the code. Look at the code here. When this sprite is clicked, point in direction 90, that is face this side. Repeat the dance 10 times. Change, for you to dance. Play the drum for 5 beats. Play drum again and clap for 5 beats. Switch the costume. Play drum again, 125 beats. Turn 15 degrees. Play drum 25 beats. Turn 15 degrees. Anti-clockwise, like that. And you keep on. So by the time you click on it, I see dancing. All right, Nia. All right, So I see dancing, shaking the body, shaking the bum, dancing. So you can do much more than this. I've already done this before, so I just want to show you just like that. Can you see dancing, shaking bum, shaking bum. So let me stop and basically, I think I'm done with you guys for today, and I'm going to drop your exercise. Believe me, this is your exercise, whether you like it or not. For some of you that you are disturbing the class, you don't want to pay attention. This is your exercise. This race too. Look at this race. This race is your exercise. This race is your exercise. So I want you to create a race that looks like this for me. So that race is your exercise. Uncle Dami will share the exercise with you, the summary, so that I want your expectation. I'm expecting something from you. I'm expecting responses, and I'm expecting various answers and various responses from you during the course of the week. So that'll be that for now. Let me hand over to Uncle Dami, and that'll be the end of my own time for now. So thank you very much. And Uncle Dami, your sister Toby will be taking over. So
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the class. It was amazing, right? So don't worry. Does anybody have questions? If you have questions, you can just ask maybe 1 or 2 persons to ask questions. So, but we have plans for you this week. We have plans for you. So Toby will be telling you everything we have for you. So, but before then, Jaden, you have questions, so you can talk. So I'm going to permit you to talk, to be able to talk. I'm going to permit you to be able to talk so that. All right. So Jaden, you can meet yourself and talk.
Hello everyone. I believe that we were able to learn a lot. Enjoyed the class, so I was even liking the beat.
How do you submit your project?
Yes.
What did you say?
How do you submit your project?
Okay, so I will allow Uncle Abraham answer that. Uncle Abraham, please.
now for you to be able to submit your project, it is very, very simple. This is how you do it. Majority of you used to share your videos. It's not your videos that I need. Now, let me share my screen again and show you something on how to submit your project. Look at this. This is the exercise I said you're going to do. Assuming you are done coding everything that we have here, all I need you to do is what? You're already done coding everything that you have here. It's not instead of you trying to play it and recording with your mommy's phone or your daddy's phone or your own phone. By the time you are done with this, come to the file here, click on file, click on save to your computer, save. So click on save to your computer. By the time you click on save to your computer, you can then basically what? Rename the file name, change it to whatever file name you want, and then go to any place you want to save it, then save. So by the time you've already saved it, this is what you're going to have. You're going to have a file like this. So it is this file you're going to upload to the WhatsApp group that we are going to check. And by the time we checked it, we can now say, okay, you are done with it. But if you have a good screen recorder on your laptop, also do the same thing too. Do you understand? So that'll be all for that. Let me hand over again.
Okay, everyone. So I believe by now you should know how to save your project and send in your assignments. So we are having a great plan for you this week. And you know, I've been saying that I'm really excited and I'm sure that you about today. All right, what do you want to say? Can you use the chat box? Okay.
Did you know the tracks? How did you bend it?
Okay, you mean questions from, okay, let's do this. So if you have questions from today's class, today's training, please drop questions on the chat box so that we can all answer your questions before we move on. So if you have any questions, drop it on the chat box, but we're going to start with your question. Please repeat again. Mr. Abraham will answer. Please repeat your question.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Who asked that question earlier?
You asked the question that, how did I rotate the tracks? Let me share my screen and so you can see how I rotated the tracks rather. All right. Now let me go to these costumes. This is the tracks here. Look at it very well. I told you click on your select tool. Highlight everything this way, like that. Look at this hand that we have. By the time you hover your mouse here, this is how you rotate with the hand there, like that. Can you get what I just did now? That's how you rotate it.
Okay.
Good. So that's that about that.
Okay, does anybody have any question? If you have a question, please drop it on the chat box now. So I would give the next 2 minutes to answer questions. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat box. If you want to say something, you can raise your hand, I'll call you. Someone is asking, how do you move the beetle? Mr. Abraham.
How did I move the B2? I moved the B2 by coding for it. You write the code. The code is, you go to the move section, the motion section of your scratch, use the move, then go to the control, use the forever loop, go to your event. You can use your event section too, the event code too. Then basically code everything together. Then
How do you
when I wanted to save my,
how do you move the console? How do you move the console?
okay, sir.
Somebody is asking a question. How do you move what? Please unmute your mics, everybody. Singing happy birthday.
What do you mean for that? You will first store, see desktop, àbí download, àbí kí-
Okay, good. So if you have any questions, you can drop your questions on the WhatsApp group because we're about to end today's class. What you need to do is a link has been sent. That's the link to join the WhatsApp group. I know some of you might not be on WhatsApp, so you use your parents' WhatsApp to join. Use your parents' WhatsApp to join the WhatsApp group. And that way we can all respond to your question so that we don't take the time of everybody. So now the important and exciting gist I have for you all this week is this. I understand that most of you are on holidays and you've not resumed school yet. So we want to have a session during the week where we can train you. So we want to know, when would you prefer, Tuesday or Thursday? Or let me ask this first question. When are you resuming? Put it on the chat box. Let me know. When are you resuming school? I know most of you are on holidays now. When are you resuming school? Please put the answer on the chat box. Let's start with that. The WhatsApp link is what has been sent. Once you click on it, it's take you to the WhatsApp. Okay, 19th, 26th next week, May 4. Is anybody resuming school this week? If you're resuming school this week, say yes. If you're not, say no. Okay, PH is still in school. Okay, some people are resuming school this week. Jaden, okay, marvelous. Okay. Okay. So I take it that some people are still in school and some people are going to school. So here is what will happen. Because of those people that are still in school and those people that are still going to school, we don't want some people to learn and some people not to learn. So here's what we're going to do. Make sure that you join the WhatsApp group. Once you join the WhatsApp group, we will send the details. If we're going to have a class during the week, maybe a time that will be convenient for everybody, we'll let you know. Else, make sure that you do your assignments and you practice everything that you've been taught today, because that's the important thing. If you don't practice, you will forget. You will not come next week and be like, I remember what Uncle Abi taught us, so, but I don't practice. So we're going to put more details on the WhatsApp group. I need everybody to join the WhatsApp group. I'm going to send the link again. Everybody, please join the WhatsApp group. Now, another important thing is this. I want to know if you were able to learn something today. So I'm going to drop the feedback form for today's class. The feedback form is supposed to be filled by yourself or your parents with the help of your parents. So this will help us to serve you better. Will help us to be able to teach you people the way you want to be taught, so that we can be sure that we're impacting knowledge and you can learn how to use Scratch. So the feedback form has already been dropped. Make sure that you click on it and fill the form. It will help us to know what we can do better to make the class more interesting and everybody will learn. I've also dropped the link to the WhatsApp group. Make sure that you join it. We'll answer all of your questions. We'll give more information about the next training, if it's going to be during the week or we'll wait until Saturday. So I believe that we've all learned something today, and I'm happy to say that we've come to the end of today's class. We'll continue online on our WhatsApp group. And then if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to anybody and would answer you. So thank you so much for joining. Enjoy your Saturday and enjoy your holiday. Bye. So if you listen to what I said, give me your thumbs up. I want to be sure that people are hearing me. Your thumbs up. Bye-bye, Dabirinchi. Bye. Good, my kids, I can see you. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can be awesome. Fee, interesting, beautiful. Sophie, I can see. Adara Fumi. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. I'm so sorry if I did. I can see Love. Interesting. Thank you so much. Donald. Beautiful. So thank you so much for joining. We've come to the end of today's training. We will finish before 12. So you have enough time to practice. Please join the WhatsApp group. Bye.